Hey guys, thank you for visiting my GoFundMe account. And here I just want to make a video to tell you of what I'm going to be doing this summer. And if you notice, there was a text box there that was blank. But after nights of praying and pros and cons list of which one to do, I really felt that the video would be the best way to communicate to you what I'll be doing. Not really. I'm pretty lazy today, and I really didn't want to write another paper. And so I thought, video, sweet, to the point, and this is new for me, making a video like this, but let's see how it goes. And so, just give you a little background on who I'm going with this summer, and I'm going with a group called ELIC, English Language Institute China. And what ELIC does is they send students or teachers to other countries around the world where they teach communicational English to students, refugees, or I guess whoever wants to learn English. And yeah, and it's a really cool system. It's a nonprofit, and so which is all the funds come from fundraising. And my part in this is God has given me the great opportunity to go on one of these trips to Hong Kong to teach English. And you might be thinking, I'm probably the least suitified. I'm probably the least eligible person to go. If you know me, English is not my best subject. I struggle with it, but I know that it's gonna be fun, and I know that God's calling me there, and so we'll see how it goes. So just to give you a little update on what's going to be happening with the schedule. So July 22nd, I'm going to be flying out to Chicago, and where they're going to teach me how classroom management works in Hong Kong. And I'll learn the curriculum, what I need to teach every day, and I'll also learn the do's and don'ts of Hong Kong. So it's probably not the best, idea to go poke strangers at like 9 p.m. at night. It's probably not very good to do in Hong Kong. But, yeah. So after the week of orientation and meeting up with my team, I'll get to go to Hong Kong, and we'll fly out straight from Chicago. And they'll assign us our place to live and where our team's going to be. And after that, well, a normal day would be just going to class. And so basically like school here, kind of like middle school. The mornings you wake up, you go to class, and it's just kind of like a regular day. And so in the mornings, I wake up and I get to teach middle school how to speak English, which is going to be really great. And I'll teach them in the morning, and I'm just going to think of creative ways to help them learn English, fun things, just games, cool topics to talk about, and just really get to know them. And then we'll go to lunch that day, and the whole day we're with the kids. So wherever they go, we're with them. We want to spend as much time with the middle school students as we can. And after lunch, we do our coolest thing of the day, which is like a cultural presentation. And this is the really fun part about it, because this involves like playing games like soccer or football or ultimate frisbee. Just basically anything that can teach them English. It's our fun part of the day. And, I heard from reading about the schedule that there's going to be costume involved in this. And so if some of you guys know me, I really enjoy wearing costumes and messing around and just crazy stuff like that. And so this is really going to be fun for me, this cultural presentation. And, we'll put on plays with the costumes and just talk about different cultures, which is going to be great. And so that's basically the school day. After school, we have the chance to go and hang out with the students outside of school. And so, if they want to take us to their favorite restaurant or their favorite hangout place, coffee shop, go play soccer or football or ultimate frisbee, we're totally free to do that for the rest of the day. And so the rest of the day is basically dedicated to hanging out with the students. And then after that, we'll go back to the place where we stay, and we'll go over the curriculum for the next day, and then basically get as much sleep as we can before the next school day starts. So that's basically what I'll be doing pretty much every day. Um, this is really a cool trip and great opportunity God has given me, and you know, um, there are many obstacles, two big ones that are, obstacles in the way for me going, and one is the price. It's going to be $5,080 to go to Hong Kong, and that covers the airfare, the transportation, the food. That'll be interesting right there. But I'm really working on fundraising and getting the funds, and I asked you guys if you would like to partner with me, and not only in fundraising but in prayer, because this trip, if it's going to be live up to what God wants, there's going to be a lot of prayer. But first I ask you guys, if you feel led to give, that would be awesome. And if you don't, hey, that's please don't give unless God is calling you to give, because the funds is the least thing I'm worried about, because I know that God is going to provide, because he sent, he told me to go, and I believe that he has it all in his hands. And so if you feel led to give, that would be great. But if you don't, please don't, because God has got this. And most importantly, what you guys can be helping me with is prayers. I'm going to a place I don't really know, not really familiar with. I'm doing something that's kind of new to me. And so I'm going to need a lot of prayers, especially probably eating things that I'm not really accustomed to. Definitely prayers for me, and just really with my spiritual walk with God there, that this is maybe a dark place, and I want to make sure that I'm investing my time in the Lord whenever I can, and seeking him daily, just as I would here. Also, for just the ability for me to lead and be a teacher, and just help teach these kids how to speak English. But probably the biggest thing you could pray for is the students, because they're the reason that I'm going, and just pray that I'd get to build relationships with them, and that they would just be able to open up, and that we become friends. This trip has a lot, and there's a lot going into it, and I know that God's going to work in a big way, and I'm just super excited that I'm going to be able to be a part of his plan and what he's doing in Hong Kong. And so, I thank you guys for your prayers and your support. And, I really want you guys to partner with me. And I'll be making some probably video logs or so, just because it's really simple and it's fun. I like this. Video logs, periodically going through, so you guys can kind of hear about my days and what's going on, and probably show you guys the city and what Hong Kong's really like. And so I really want to take you guys through this journey with me, because I can't do this on my own. I need help. I need prayers and support. And so I really want you guys to be a part of this as much as I am. And so thank you for listening, or watching, I guess. And thank you for your prayers, and for all, what God's going to be doing. So, see you.